everybody, and thank you for joining me to another exciting episode of This Week in Real Estate. And welcome to fall. The switch was flipped, and now it's a little cooler out. Excited for the change of weather, although I enjoy both seasons very well. It is fun. I will say for a gradual changeover, but not this year. But it may be warm here in the next few days. Anyway, we'll start out as we always do with the market report. So Delaware County saw some movement, more than Randolph County did. So right now there's 138 active listings in Delaware County, which is down a little bit, and then the pending shot up to 155. So there's some movement going on over there. Houses are still selling, and a little bit more, I guess, movement, like I said, in Delaware County, because Randolph County almost stayed the same, just a little bit up and down, and so there's 33 active listings in Randolph County and 39 pending. So it's about the same as it's been the last few weeks. On to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So a lot of good things. Closed on a LaSantville property this past week. Got that one wrapped up for everybody. Had an open house in Red Key that was on last Sunday. Had another closing in farmland the other day. Had another closing in farmland today. Actually got that one wrapped up, so that's great. And so we have some other stuff coming up in that realm as well. Picked up my tree order from the Randolph County Soil and Water Conservation Department. And so I haven't had a chance to get those in the ground yet, but got I think 5 or 6 of them or something like that. So diversifying kind of what's around our house with some native species. And so always enjoy doing that. And then the Fall Festival at Farmland Friends was this past Saturday. Wonderful weather. It was, I think, in the 80s, and we sold out of our ice cream, homemade ice cream, very quickly. I'm usually in charge of the food trailer, so get all that organized, and with the help of donations and stuff, that one went very well. I think, including volunteers, we kind of keep some numbers as best we can. There were 400 or a little bit more than 400 people over there, so that was great. The bad is that I went to a closing yesterday, but the thing did not close, and so we're on the selling side. So it was somebody selling off their mother's home, and so another agent had the buyer, and they were just getting all kinds of communication issues and things like that with their lender, unfortunately. Not a local lender, so word to the wise, if you can pick a local lender, that'll help everybody out. So communication throughout the entire thing was kind of terrible, and then we get to closing, and things weren't communicated well enough regarding some down payment and how to get the money to where it needed to go, stuff like that, so we didn't close. And so hopefully we've rescheduled for Monday. But at this point, nothing will surprise me with this particular lender and the probably 5 people in the email chain trying to figure out who is supposed to be doing what and who can actually provide an answer to things. So again, stay local if you can. And also have another bad situation to where we are way, sorry about that, that's the phone. We are way behind on trying to get an appraisal done on a property, and for in my mind, no reason. We just cannot get everybody on, again, getting everybody on the same page is difficult sometimes, but the appraiser will schedule, and then he didn't show up, or reschedule, and then he said he was pulled from the assignment because we were waiting so long. And so he didn't go out when he said he was going to go out, and so at this point we're like 3 weeks behind, and nobody got time for that. So, especially buyers who are moving from out of state and has a job lined up and needs to come up here, and they have kids and dogs and stuff, so it's just high stress levels, and so obviously we'll put that in the bad, bleeding into the ugly category. So the ugly, usually I say, hey, there's nothing too ugly going on, but if you've seen any news and things like that, so the rates went up again, at least the Fed rate went up. We'll see how that plays with mortgage. It's not percentage by percentage. Oh, the Fed went up by this much, that means mortgage rates will go up this much. Not so much directly correlated, but usually they will go up, and so they're just trying to beat inflation at this point. And if you look at the economics of everything, that's what you do. You raise the rates to try to slow down the economy, and so that directly affects the housing market. So nothing at this point has fallen off the cliff by any means. If you can just rewind back to see how many closings and business we're doing at this point, but it does decrease people's borrowing power, and so decisions have to be made for them to either try to come up with different levels of cash or down payment in order to afford the home maybe they could have afforded 6-8 months ago, and now because of the rates they can't. And so we'll just see how that plays out long term. The Fed also said they could conceivably see raising rates another time or two this year. So we'll see. We'll see if inflation is curbed and what happens. I mean, historically, we're still in the normal range. I know my first mortgage was maybe around 7%, I think. And so one of the last loans we just closed was at 6%. I remember refining into 6% and being very, very appreciative of that. So, I mean, historically, yeah, we're in the normal range, but obviously when you come from a 2.5%, 3% time period as it was the last couple of years, and all of a sudden you're hit with a 6 to 6.5, you know, it does hit you pretty hard. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, if you speak with people who purchased homes in the mid to late 70s, early 80s, you know, they were 15 to 18%. So that's the crazy. I couldn't imagine that. And hopefully we don't get there. So that's the ugly part of the business. So coming up, I do have another open house scheduled for this weekend on Sunday 2 to 4. That's up in Albany at this fantastic home right here. And so I will be there, and then closing hopefully on one of the investment properties we have listed in Albany. I've been going back and forth on an inspection issue, and I think got all that signed off on today, and so we should move to closing hopefully next week. And then chili. So we have our 21st annual Historic Farmland USA Chili Cook-Off. I know the last few videos I've been talking about that. We have 12 chili chefs signed up already. We'll take late entries, that's not a problem. And so if anybody else out there wants to do that, contact me directly. But I got some local flyers out. Banners will go up after this weekend. It's on Facebook as a Facebook event. So if you would, do me a favor, share the event, show up to the event. That would be awesome too. And if you really feel like you have the best chili out there, you know, cook for the event. So any of that, you can reach out directly to me and I'll take care of it. Take care of you, get you the good information. And then after the chili cook-off is our pie auction. I think we have over 50 pies signed up, and it's always fun. Either Andrew or Max Wagner will be doing the auctioneering for that. Usually every year that's what happens. And yeah, it's just fun and a good fundraiser for the center over there, and just a good time. So that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for keeping with me here for 8 minutes or so. And so until next time, I will see you.